Okay, guys. Well, by now, I believe that you would have downloaded Lab 4 for embedded systems, and now you're wondering what the hell is going on? How am I going to tackle these problems? You are faced with four functions, and I only taught you guys that like this week, so you probably may have some problem. Well, have no fear. I've put together a nice little tutorial here that is going to guide you as to how to implement the four functions that you would have to code for me. The first function would be temperature, your temperature function. And as you can see, this part here would be the the function name. This is the return type that is going to return, and you can see it has no argument. Now whatever you're going to write should be within these two curly brackets. Okay, so let's think about the temperature function. What's supposed to happen? Well, you do know that you need a LM35 because that is what you're going to have. That's what's going to actually measure the temperature of the room or the area that you're working in. Now, there are two ways for you to implement this function. The easy way that I have here is method 1. Well, from lab 3. Lab 3, just look at the code for in which the temperature was implemented. You can just look at the one in centigrade only and not the one in Fahrenheit. And you can cut that piece of code and paste it in right here. However, you need to know how to edit codes or how to read codes, because if you don't know how to read the code, then you wouldn't know where to cut it from. For those of you who want to challenge yourself some more, then you can just jump straight to method 2. Method 2, well, that's going to guide you. It's basically going to be the same thing that has been done here, but at least you're going to have a better understanding as to how to really implement it for yourself. Well, what are the things you need to do? You need to read the sensor out. So on the out pin of your sensor, which is the LM35, you need to read that value. In which case, what will be coming from that is the analog signal, which will be the temperature that you're actually working in. You do know that that analog value is 1024. And after you get that value, what you need to do, because really it makes no sense, so you need to convert that sensor reading to a temperature value. Okay, so looking at you can look back at lab 3 to see how they had converted that, and then you need to put that in a decimal form, right? In that case, you need to include it in decimal form, so you also need to figure out what you're going to use. In decimal form, you obviously need to divide by 10. So this method here is basically the implementation or the method that is actually used in method 1. Once you once you would have done that, I have included some test codes, some codes in the void loop section in your main program. You may just uncomment the necessary areas. Like there are 3 lines of code that you need to uncomment, and you can test your temperature function to see if it's working. I will do another video on that to show you how to actually test your code to make sure it works. All right. Do not move on to do the other functions if you haven't yet test your temperature function. Make sure your temperature function is working before you actually move on to the other one.